Savannah, y'all. Come on in, babies. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, Savannah. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, we're a little smooth tonight. We're a little smooth tonight. Okay? JP.
Mic check.
You ready to do your thing, Thizzle?
Y'all already know. Hold on.
Maestro,
what
about
make sure
you?
This sound good.
I'm going to talk blackity black to you. Yes. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Got to turn that all the way off. You know what they going to say.
Did you put it in? I put it in, but you know they still be muted.
Yeah, they gonna do that. They gonna do us. We just use her music. Hey, we got a song we could play right now anyway. You got to play it.
I put it on your phone. I sent it to your phone. I sent it to your email.
I didn't get it.
Oh, okay.
You didn't get it. All right, Savannah, y'all, come on in, babies. Come on in, come on in, come on in. We got a show for you tonight. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We gonna talk. You can turn that off all the way. I know how them folks gonna rock and roll with us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listen up. We got a show for you tonight. It's a interesting show. And we have a very, very interesting guest. We have some folks that's gonna call in tonight, celebrating their 10-year anniversary. And they're going to be doing some phenomenal things here on the show. You won't be able to see it. You're going to have to go to the Lucas Theater to see it. And the beautiful thing is they're going to be giving away tickets on our show tonight. So I promise y'all, we will not be long, but we will be strong. So JP, Maestro, y'all ready to do this?
Let's do the thing.
All right, because y'all could tell, look at my eyes. I'm sleepy. I've been in it today. I've been in my yard in the sun. And that sun is ain't no joke. But let me tell you, I've heard a lot of people say lately, I don't want to get in that sun. It's too hot. I need to get in the air. Y'all, ain't nothing like good, healthy vitamin D. Real vitamin D from the sun.
Man? Let me get you a chair.
Okay.
There should be one right out there somewhere.
All right. JP.
Hey, Port to Port Music Group, PORT, the number 2, PORT Music Group on all platforms. Like, share, subscribe, download. Y'all already know every Monday, Listen Up Live Radio every Tuesday. Of course, by us, for us. Shout out to the village. Every Wednesday, Bitter Rivals Radio, where the truth is told, lies unfold, and every Thursday, Doc Wild, myself, Desh, Talk Your Ish, video show. We doing our thing, critiquing the music videos and stuff like that. So y'all make sure y'all tune into all that. Again, it's PORT, the number 2, PORT Music Group everywhere. And y'all could, view the content. You can also go to Port to Port musicgroup.com. PORT, the number 2, PORT musicgroup.com, and you can book your studio time. You can get your videos done. You can get your photo shoots done. If you need graphics, we handle that. We are your one-stop shop for everything music and media related. So y'all make sure y'all lock in and tune in with us with that. Don't
forget about the back to school.
Donations for the back to school event, please. Port to Port Music is the Cash App, and if you want to bring stuff up here, if you want to donate, you can bring it to 42 West Montgomery Crossroads, Suite O. You can bring uniform shirts, uniform pants. You can bring school supplies, book bags. We looking for all that type of stuff. So if y'all want to participate, please give me a call at 912-358-6585, or you can donate to PORT, the number 2, PORT Music. What? It stopped?
Yes. Did that stop?
It looked like it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm about to go back to it.
Mm-hmm. Y'all know the weather is something else tonight. The weather is something else. Y'all hear that? We in the studio and you can hear it coming down in droves. And it was so awesome yesterday. I mean, it was a lot of rain yesterday. And I must say, I'm so thankful. You got it?
Yeah.
I'm so thankful because, y'all, I woke up this morning and I see some watermelon in my watermelon patch. So that is a great thing. Okay, let's see. Is it? It's doing it now. What did it say? There was an error with your what?
Broadcast.
Oh, wow. Y'all, we got technical difficulties right now. Bear with us. Bear with us. And I think it's because there it is. Now let's see. Sorry, there was an error. Yeah. Wonder what's going on. Y'all bear with us in Facebook land, YouTube. Our Instagram is acting a little weird today. Did you go out of it altogether? What is it saying? It's saying, sorry, there wasn't.
An error with the broadcast.
You know what? Swipe it up. Swipe. Let me tell you what you do. Swipe that up. Swipe it up. There you go. Now go back because you've closed that one completely out. So let's see what refresh read. Your account now has advanced protection. What? All right. Well, I'm so sorry. Our Instagram people, Wi-Fi is on. You putting it on yours? All right. So there we go.
Go ahead, have your way.
All right, y'all. Okay. So, y'all, like I was saying, we are not going to be long, but we are definitely going to be strong. Now, what is going on? What's happening, y'all? What is this? What is going on? Okay. There you go. Y'all, we getting it together. We are getting it together. Now, let me say this. Hey, Henrietta Hills, how are you tonight? So glad you're tuning in. Mimi DeBlanca, Lisa, Carolyn Clark, Tyler Green. Your account now has advanced protection. Choose security method. We ain't doing all that. No, we're not doing all of that right now. What is that? Add extra security to your account. Don't do none of that. Authentication app. We ain't gonna do none of that. We just let that sit right there for now. Y'all, we ain't on Instagram tonight. We on Facebook and YouTube. Okay. Now, with all of that being said, y'all, Henrietta Hills, y'all, there's going to be an event on Friday. On Friday at Carrie Hilliard's. The tickets are $20. Here, Henrietta, please let us know if there are any more tickets available, if people can buy tickets for this event. And let me tell y'all, it's going to be a stone gas, honey. I can promise you that. Beautiful thing is the Weeping Time Authority Representative Carl Gilliard is going to be honored by the Weeping Time Committee. And it's going to be so awesome because he did something that nobody else did in our legislation. So he's going to be honored, and he's going to be given an award for his hard work because he definitely deserves it. Okay, with that being said, So Unique, I see that you all are watching. You want to go ahead and call in right now? Give us a call. So Unique, y'all, their 10-year anniversary. Their 10-year anniversary is on, let me tell you exactly when. Alicia, y'all can call in right now. You watch Maestro. There you go. Caller, you are on the air.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you for having me tonight.
You're so welcome. Let everybody know what it is that you all are doing and the beautiful thing that you're going to do on this show by gifting 3 people with tickets to your anniversary celebration.
Yes. This year, So Unique is celebrating their 10th year anniversary, and that's a big deal for us. So what we're doing is putting on a show July 20th, and the doors will open at 2:30. And it's an amazing show. I don't know if anybody's ever been to a So Unique show, but it's different from any.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. We've seen y'all compete throughout the last 10 years.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Still going strong.
Yes.
And it's a show. A lot of people think, oh, I don't have any small kids, but I'm telling you, the older people enjoy the show just as much as the younger kids. So it's a show for the family. So bring your families on out and come have a good time with us.
Yes, and y'all, it's at the Savannah Theater at 222 Bull Street, and the show begins at 3:00 p.m. So once you get out of church and you go get you something to eat, ride on over to Bull Street by the Board of Education, 208 Bull Street, and sit down and enjoy and support these young people, because when I tell you those young ladies, and do y'all have men with the group now, young men?
So we did have men in the beginning, and they'll be making a presence as well. But right now it's just the ladies of So Unique.
Okay.
Performing. And the thing is, like I said, we've been around for 10 years. So we have kids that started with us when they were 5 and 6 year olds, and we're bringing them back, as young adults, and they're going to be performing as well. So we're going to have a segment where everybody who started with So Unique is coming back, to celebrate with us. So
wonderful.
It's going to be an amazing time. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And tickets are still available. They can contact souniquedance@gmail.com. We have tickets. They're $25 each person.
Okay. And this is at the Savannah Theater?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is your 10th year?
Yes.
Okay.
And the director is Sherelle Wright. So she is the head of it. But yeah, we're all here to support and make sure this is a success.
Well, it will definitely be a success. And you have 3 tickets that you're going to give away. Now, I need y'all to pay attention to what we're talking about on this show tonight, because you're going to have to answer questions in order to win these tickets. Okay? And the tickets will be at Will Call. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. We'll have them at the Savannah Theater. Doors open at 2:30. So if they can get there at 2:30, that would be amazing.
Yes, ma'am. And what we will do is give you all the names of the individuals, and then that way, and we'll let y'all know tonight who won the tickets. So you only going to give us 3 tickets? Can we have 5?
I like to squeeze in 5.
All right, we got 5 tickets, so we're going to be asking 5 questions. All right, you heard that, JP?
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Alicia, one more thing too.
Yes, ma'am.
We're also looking for youth organizations, because we want to sponsor some of them as well and invite them to come out and enjoy the show as well. So if anybody got a youth organization, that'll contact us and we can see what we can make happen.
All right. That's going to be awesome. That is definitely going to be awesome. Well, y'all, please don't forget July 20th, 3:00 p.m. at the Savannah Theater, 222 Bull Street. That is on a Sunday. So after you get out of church, for those that do go to church, once you get out of church or whatever it is you do on Sunday, make sure that you get to the Savannah Theater. Now, that's only $25. It's only $25. And $25 ain't a whole lot of money in this day and age. Okay? That's 25 you can support. Yes, it is. Yes, the show is probably worth a good $75 compared to some of them things, them shows we see coming here to Savannah. Well, that's a whole nother conversation for another day and time.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Support your own.
Yes. Definitely. All right. Oh, she said Saturday. So this is on a Saturday. Why do I keep saying Sunday?
Saturday, what, this Saturday coming?
No, Saturday the 20th, July 20th.
Oh, July 20th.
It's on a Saturday.
That's next week, isn't it? That would be next week.
That's next week.
Not this weekend coming, but the
Not
following
this, the following weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. July 20th. Y'all, I'm sorry. It's not Saturday. It's Sunday. It's not Sunday. It's Saturday. Well, I want to keep saying Sunday. All right, y'all. Well, listen. Make sure y'all support these babies. Not since it's on Saturday. You ain't even got to worry about church and none of that. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Good time for you to get all the kids, the grandkids, and everybody else and mob up down at the Savannah Theater, 222 Bull Street, to support So Unique. All right. And let me tell y'all something. The name of their dance troupe is So Unique, and that is definitely what it is. It's very unique, some of the stuff that they do. All right. Well, Alicia, I thank you so much for calling in, and we got 5 tickets that we're going to give away tonight.
All right.
I appreciate you. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, y'all, we ain't going to be long, but we're going to be strong. I got to say this right here. And JP, remember I said last week we was going to talk about the experience I had in Chicago.
Right.
And the fact that they have these modular houses. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
The modular houses and what have you. But y'all, guess who coming next week? Tell him, Maestro.
Brother Marcel Dixon.
The one and only.
Yes.
The one and only. The man who's running against Jim Claiborne. Now, Jim Claiborne is about 90 years old.
We had him on the show before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's 84, 85.
He's 84, 85.
Yeah,
you know, that's a problem. That's an issue. I don't understand why when you reach a certain age, you don't want to pass the torch.
Jim, you might think I'm being funny, but real talk. Jim Claiborne, he's a real Uncle Ruckus. I'm serious.
You got to hold the mic up to you.
Yeah. Jim Claiborne he's a real Uncle Ruckus. You know, this real talk.
Right.
He's a real. I mean, if you listen at Jim Claiborne, he really is. What's his name? You remember Steven off Django?
Right.
Yeah. Ninja, you can't kill Candyland.
Well, you know what, Maestro? I look at it like this. A whole lot of our representatives in that age group, and no disrespect to nobody, they come from the school of thought, as long as we get something, as long as we get a little bit.
Right.
But I come from the school of thought, the same thing you get, I want it. It ain't no little bit no more. I had to tell one of the elders, stop saying that and say that you want your just due.
Right.
You want equity because you pay. If we the majority in this city, just think about this.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this, Maestro. If we're the majority in this city, who's paying the most?
What do you mean? Who's paying into the system?
Who's paying into the system?
Oh, yeah,
most?
we are.
We are.
Right.
But who's getting the least?
We are.
Yeah.
We are.
Ain't nothing new. Let me ask you a question though, because I'm curious to get y'all. I know your thoughts, and I'm kind of with Maestro on this one.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you feel about the notion of voting for the lesser of two evils?
Oh no!
Now listen. Here's the reason I asked that is because we got our presidential election coming up.
Did you get a chance? Did you get a chance to check out
the stuff you sent me?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. But we got Biden and we got Trump running against each other. You know what I'm saying? And to me, like now, one of them is adequate to be president, in my opinion, right?
Mine as well.
So what do we do as Black people? What is your suggestion? Because I know you and we all. I'm pro vote too, but this one right here, I truly don't. Don't like care about this election. I don't care
about either one of them. If you sit back and you talk about Biden this and Biden that, you got to look at this man's history. You got to look at, he been in the doggone the political arena for 40 plus years. I think they said 45 or 47 years or something like that.
Right. And
you got to look at where he came from. I looked at him during that debate, and I was embarrassed.
Man, the man is clearly old, bro.
I was embarrassed.
And I don't mean
they need to put a law in effect that says at a certain age, you can no longer run for office because he's not.
He's clearly not
he's
capable.
Not capable.
Man, the man can't even walk off the stage by himself. You know, and I'm not saying like it's a beautiful thing that the man made it to 80.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? But like
God has given us, what is it, 7 times 7 score, something like that. You guaranteed 70 years.
Right.
As a human being. Now he 10 years past, and I don't want nobody, and I mean it is what it is. You get mad at me all you want to. But this right here, me and Hollis have debates all the time about Trump and Biden.
Right.
And I tell him all the time, it's the same bird, the same, what is it? 2 different wings on the same bird.
Right.
So what are we going to get? What are we going to get? Why are we going to even?
You know what? Hold on, let me lock that door because the wind is doing that. The wind is making it. Open and close.
Can you close?
I'm gonna wait till our guests come and I'll lock it.
Okay.
I'll lock it then.
It just sounds like somebody knocking on the door. Whatever.
No, it's the door. Like the wind. You know how that. Yeah.
Might be that spirit that was in here before.
Yeah.
To tell us. I'm just joking.
Yeah, but I'm seeing everybody talking about voting for the lesser of 2 evils. That's the same
and
thing.
That's the sad part. It's always the lesser of 2 evils.
Right.
It's evil. Why would you vote for it?
But on a smaller scale, the same rules apply with us and who we vote for on the local level as well. Now this goes to what we was talking about off camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember off camera, I would like you to finish those thoughts about the election and remember
we were talking about the District 8.
Right.
How District 8 has 7 communities.
Right.
7 communities, y'all. They have Carver Village, Cloverdale, West Savannah, Hudson Hill, Woodville, Garden City, and Port Wentworth. Out of those 7 communities, only less than 700 people voted. So that means 9.1 people voted out of each one of those communities for the 8th district county commission seat. Now, I posted a picture yesterday of the rain that came down and how it flooded at Louisville and Lathrop. Cars were actually stuck there. Now, when I post that picture, I said this: elections have consequences.
Right.
Because the lady who is fully well equipped to handle that kind of situation is not the lady that got elected. Okay? The lady that got elected, and Lord knows I don't have nothing against her in no way, shape, form, or fashion. But when you dealing with situations like flooding, situations like your streets not getting what they need, or your community not getting what it need, and you got somebody that is learned, that has a master's degree in municipal planning, that has a full-fledged years of experience in municipal planning and how to handle stormwater and all this stuff, and y'all vote. Well, half of you didn't even go to the polls and vote. But then when you vote for a person who does not have that experience. And then when you don't get what you need, you say, woe is me. And I
put
say,
this table over there next
no, not woe is me.
Sorry.
No, he going to go back to his seat. I said, no, not woe is me. That's what elections have consequences. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what y'all gonna get. Now, those less than 700 people, we know who you are. We know who you are. So for the ones that's complaining, you ain't got nothing to complain about because you did not do your due diligence.
Right.
All right. Let's be, in the words of Nikki White, let's be clear. Okay. And that's what it is. We voting for I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't see what everybody else is seeing in doing that. Now, the way our country is set up, we operate under systems. I'm still reading 2025, Project 2025. And there's some things in that. I done read about 10 pages of that thing. And that's supposed to be 900 or 9,000 pages. Are you familiar about Project 2025? You're not familiar? Everybody listen. Please Google Project 2025. It is so very, very important. And I'm so happy because Marcel Dixon is going to be here on next Tuesday. And he is very well familiar with Project 2025. And we're going to be talking. And also Tariq Nasheed, what did he say about Project 2025, Maestro?
Shit, it's a nothing burger. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you like this here. I'm not in fear of it because black folks been living Project 2025 for 500 years. What else can they do to us? These folks have did everything you can imagine to us. It's all a fear tactic. That's the problem now. We want to keep living in fear, just like they want to keep telling you about. See, they can't run the boo game no more with this Donald Trump thing. In comes Project 2025.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they can't run that. They can't run that play no more. Because guess what? Folks see it. You got a man standing up there. He just standing like he a mannequin.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this right here.
But look here.
It's up to you all.
Yeah.
It's up to you all to go with what your heart tells you to do. And right now, I'm gonna go with what's in my heart. And my heart ain't never steered me wrong. Except for that one time. When I got married to my ex.
Why is it every time it's always got to be it's a fear tactic when it comes to black folks? You don't see them push this at no other ethnicity. Just us. It's always just us, but you and black folks, you get a time about voting, we don't get nothing. And excuse my expression.
Don't say it if you ain't got to say it. You're about to say, excuse my expression. If you say, excuse my expression, that means you getting ready to say something.
No,
you ain't supposed to say.
Sometimes it ain't going to come across nice. Just like, you know what I'm saying? All of what we go through, we don't go through nothing nice.
Yeah, but
so sometimes, you know what I'm saying? We got to stop. Why you say it like that? That's the problem with a lot of these Negroes.
But that is
always
true.
Why we got to say it like that?
I just don't want you to cuss. So you can say it, but you ain't got to use a cuss word to say it. Sometimes
it's gonna come out here and there. You know, you watching these. Listen, black folks, listen. They tell you about voting, you don't get nothing. You don't see them. You watching everybody else get.
Well,
you watching them give billions to Ukraine, billions to Israel, and then all these illegals coming over. These folks is getting all kind of tangibles.
That's a fact.
And we don't get nothing.
Well, just cuss, goddammit.
We don't get a damn thing. But they just tell you about vote. You already
That's what we get. That's what we get.
Yeah.
We get the right to vote.
They want to give.
That's all we get is the right to vote.
Catfish nuggets. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff. We don't get nothing. Why vote? And they want to tell you about the Republicans. Well, hell, what we got downtown now? Because Van is Democrat, Linda's a Democrat, Dietrich a Democrat, Carabelle a Democrat, Estella Chabaz Democrat, and all them Negroes, them niggas are straight sellouts. Straight sellouts and they're bootlegs. Come on, man, stop playing. This shit is real. Excuse my expression, but this is real.
Well, I'm going to say that since you mentioned that, you know, there was a vote that took place, and I think we briefly talked about it, where they voted to tear down the Martin Luther King Jr. arena.
And who voted for it?
They voted to tear it down.
You didn't vote for it?
No, I did not. I would never
didn't vote for it.
I would never in a million years vote to tear down the namesake of our hero. Never.
And what they do, they keep the white man.
Then they kept the Johnny Mercer
and
Theater.
And what they gonna do, pour millions into that there to upgrade it.
Yeah. Why we couldn't just upgrade all of it? Upgrade all
how
of
are they
it.
keeping the Johnny Mercer Theater, but they keeping that, but tearing the rest of it down?
Yes.
How?
They show us every day.
Easy.
These folks show us every day.
Easy. And guess what else they want to do? Go back to the original Oglethorpe plan. The original Oglethorpe plan. The Oglethorpe plan was a plan that existed while our ancestors were enslaved. Who in the hell want to go back to that era in life?
Let me tell you something. They know their time.
I don't get it.
These folks know their time is up. They know their time. They know their
But
time
see,
is up.
that's the reason. That's the reason why last week I had stressed so bad about us shopping with us. And real talk, man. Like all these stores where you go into, and offense, whatever, man. But you go into them Indian stores, you go into them the Asian stores, you go into them folks don't even like us.
Don't
they
shop
like,
with us.
listen,
Don't support us.
Let me finish.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Go ahead, but them folks, I'm talking about, bro. I watch when you go in these seafood spots and they look at all this money, and they treat you like dirt. They talk to you like dirt. You could tell they don't like you, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? So I would much rather take my dollars and go spend it, like I said, at David's with us. I don't care if they rude. I don't care but it's us. Yes. You feel me? Yes. I'd rather spend my money.
David, some people at
No,
David
I'm not saying they're rude. No. But what I'm saying is I don't care if they were, because the problem with black people is I hate when black people say, I don't shop with black people because they rude, or they don't tip, or they black people don't handle business correctly. Do you understand that this is what y'all saying about y'all own doggone people? Like you talk down on your own, and you talk up on other people. You talk up on the Asians. Oh, I go to Bobo's because they got the crab legs for $16.99. But David's got them for $18.90, $2 extra, and you tripping. And Bobo's nasty. My man's who got the liquor store. My man's who got the liquor store, right? Eddie, I talked to him the other day. They upcharge him. The people who deliver him his drinks sell him his drinks for $1 or $2 extra a case more than he charged other people. That's why he had to charge the prices that he charged. You feel what I'm saying? He a little higher than everybody else, but he is the only black liquor store. This man should be rich off us right now. But you know who we making rich? The Patels and all these other families, these other Indian families that's doing I went to a subdivision. All the Indians got an entire subdivision.
Oh baby.
I'm talking about all the ones that own the stores and shit.
Listen,
I mean, they got an entire subdivision.
You got me cussing, man.
No.
And guess what else? The Latinos, the Mexicans got their own trailer park on Quaco Road. They got that whole strip mall that's theirs. But here you have the what is his name? JB the Mogul. He got the strip mall right there. He can't even get a license to sell beer at his pizza parlor.
Right.
Come on, man.
And then you can't get us to come out and support these dudes,
My best friend, his wife is Indian. Let me tell you something. Listen when I tell you this. When they got married, right? I show you the pictures, right? I'm showing you the pictures. When they got married, they got married at the big temple up there. 185 down in Riverdale, and when they got married, me and her uncle, we sit on the couch back at the house when they left there, went back to the house and everything. We sit and talk, and he said, "Yeah, in our community, even when they get married, they give. Listen to me good. When they got married, they had them come from like North Carolina, Ohio. They gave I'm talking like 3,500."
That's what the Italians do.
No, when they got married, they gave. The most we did, right? There was no what is when after the wedding when you go to the what they have
reception.
There was none of that there. We went to a restaurant and they had it all. You know what I'm saying? Just go there and sit down, and that was that. But they give. Wasn't no spending all this money. You know, see that's
well,
how
you know
that's
what?
how- and that's how
They did that because
No, I'm
this
sure-
woman said,
No.
if you don't do it, I don't care. I still love this man, and I'm gonna be with this man regardless.
No. This is what I'm telling you. He explained how they do in their community.
Mm-hmm.
See over here is how they do in their community. See, black folks will go over here spend all this money, thousands of dollars for what?
At the end of the day, the point you're making is
No, he's correct.
they
What he's saying.
support
That's what I'm telling
their
you now.
own.
This is a
but
reference.
we don't support
our
own.
Not
this is
only
a
do-
reference to what he's saying. No, he's correct. Let me tell you. You know, right there, Publix across from St. Joseph.
Right.
Well, you know, you take that road, you go back there,
Mhm.
and you go back. That's who mostly live back there. Why you think every ethnicity, all them, you got 5 and 10, 15 that can live in a house? See, we think it's something big. Oh, you know, I pay all my own bills. You think I don't want to just to pay the catch hell just to say I pay my own bills and struggle?
Yeah.
That ain't the way.
And see, that's the thing. Like people, what make that's what get me so upset about this is because like it's black folks. I'm one of them. You feel me? That own their own business, and we out here trying. You feel me? We struggling, and I mean, it makes no sense that instead of you supporting, and if you're not going to support, then just don't say nothing.
There you
like,
go.
just
Exactly.
keep your
Yes.
damn mouth shut.
Yes.
But don't hate.
take the social media
don't,
none of that.
Don't hate on what I got going on. Don't tell other black people that they shouldn't shop with me and they should go across the street to the white man. Like y'all wilding for that. And I'm talking about that's what most of these black businesses out here struggling because we are not supporting them. It ain't got because guess what? These other businesses that the store on 39th Street in Waters is owned by Indians. Them folks is not struggling. Julio's.
Yes.
Them folks is not struggling.
Not at all.
Them folks that store been there ever since I known. And they stay right there in the middle of the hood around a bunch of broke or supposed to be broke black people in a marginalized area, and they are getting rich.
Off of
Well,
look at Wheaton Street Liquor.
Right. I'm just saying.
I rode by their house. They live in Southbridge. The house is, you could put 10 of the houses in the community that they service.
And look how many I'm staying in the house in South.
Yes. I mean, but that's how they roll.
Yeah, that's
but they come into our community, get rich off of us. And y'all, this thing is generational.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
it's centuries old. What you gotta understand is, and I often say, why black people don't have no buck in the city of Savannah. History shows you that instead of the Zulu warriors coming here during slavery time, they went and got the learned and the educated slaves, the people who knew how to harvest the rice and how to the engineers and all that. And those people did not have any buck in them. They could not bring the Zulu, the warrior type slaves to this area because it would mess up the plan that they had, that Oglethorpe plan that they had. Okay. So what they did was they had what they call a municipal plantation, where you had the buck slaves in West Savannah.
Right.
Y'all, this is history now. The buck slaves was in West Savannah, and they worked on the plantation. They worked on the municipal farms over there for the city. And then you had a group that worked downtown in all the historical houses, the domesticated slaves, that said, I'm not going to say nothing because I'm in the big house. Massa got me in the big house. You hear what I'm saying? So that's why we don't have that fighting spirit that they have in Atlanta, that they have in Jersey and New York and other places. We're so docile and just satisfied. I went to a community meeting and the lady said to me, y'all bringing all that mess downtown, all that fighting and carrying on, y'all bringing it into our community. When I sat right there and I looked at the agenda, and I said to those people in there, I said, y'all are fighting for the same exact thing that y'all were fighting for 4.5 years ago when I got elected the first time.
That's That's a fact.
You don't. Black people in Savannah, Georgia, y'all better wake the hell up. That's all I'm going to say. Because, babies, I'm being so honest with you. Look around your city, and I'm going to segue into this right here. We are having at City Council on Thursday, we are having a public hearing on the 2024 property tax millage rate. Notice of property tax increase. Listen to what I'm telling you. The mayor and aldermen of the city of Savannah have tentatively adopted a 2024 millage rate, which will require an increase in property taxes by 9.0%. All concerned citizens are invited to the public hearings on this tax increase to be held at the City Hall Council chambers located on the corner of Bay and Bull Street, Savannah, Georgia, on the following dates. Listen, July 11th, that's Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. July 11th, that's Thursday afternoon at 6 o'clock p.m. And July 25th at 2 o'clock p.m. You know, we have to do 3 hearings before this thing can be voted on, okay? The public may offer comment in one of 2 ways. Anyone with interest in speaking on this agenda item may submit evidence, including written comments, to Clerk of Council or by calling 651-6441. Written comments become public record and are shared with the mayor and aldermen prior to the council meeting. But I suggest that you do not write nothing. You don't sit down. Show your behinds up.
Yeah.
Show up and stand up at that podium and tell them what it is you want. Okay, members of the public may come to City Hall Council chambers located on the 2nd floor of City Hall to attend the public hearings. This tentative increase will result in a millage rate of 12.20 mills, an increase of 1.004 mills. Without this tentative tax increase, the millage rate will be more than 11.196 mills. The proposed tax increase for a home with a fair market value of $100,000 is approximately $40.16. And the proposed tax increase for the non-homestead property with a fair market value of $500,000 is approximately $280. Now, y'all, I'm going to just leave that right there. You can't say you wasn't told. You cannot say you wasn't told because I just told you. And I need y'all to share.
More and more.
Share this information. Black people, it's time. Black people in Savannah, Georgia, it's time for us to wake the hell up.
More and more to get black folks out there home.
All right. Now, with that being said, we're going to bring our guests on because we ain't going to be long, but we're going to be strong.
I'm about to go sit in the cut over there on the stream.
And I hope we, y'all, please don't forget. Please do not forget. Do not forget. Marcel Dixon will be here on next Tuesday. And when I tell you he gonna bring the noise. He is a very strong proponent of reparations for African Americans, for foundational Black Americans. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Those folk that's in office right now, and those folk that's vying for office on a federal level, ain't neither one of them talking about reparations for Black people.
Right. Peace, love, and
Ain't nobody talking about reparations for us, but everybody and their mama around this country can get reparations, can get assistance, can get help, and we can't get nothing. Y'all better wake up. That's all I'm gonna tell you. With that being said, we're gonna bring to the stump to our guests. Y'all, There's a man, his name is his stage name is Chance the Rapper. You remember that young man, Chance the Rapper?
Right.
Well, guess what? We got the original Chance the Rapper right here tonight.
AKA Church.
Church?
You got
That's AKA Church?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? AKA Church? Like church?
Now listen, we about to play a record from Church. I need y'all to listen because he talking about Savannah and some of the struggles that these young people go through out here.
Listen
and
to
where
the
it started.
words.
Y'all listen up. Church, come on, man.
Come on. Welcome to the Stone.
Church crying out to God, praying the grandson make it home, knowing that little brother selling them lows. Pray to the Lord that 12 don't catch them. I'm from a city where churches on every little corner, but most of the buildings is empty. I'm from a place where church on there Sunday, but most of these little boys stepping. Glocks and switches and Smith and Wesson. He go to school, but don't get a lesson. Teacher be screaming and yelling and stressing. Mr. Hudson only one with a lesson. Little brother kicked in the door, robbed the store, just for a fit and some maxes. This is the time that we own. To each his own. See they go down, it was tragic. 7 grade they came out.
No.
What you did?
We gotta go.
They threw it body in traffic. My people fighting for crumbs, settle for less, but we still make it happen. Some people think it's magic, but it's just God that what we provide for our family. My city makes stars, but they leave. Cause this in Atlanta, down by the river and right by the water, the port. But this in Miami, make it out of here, you gon' leave with some scars. Cause down here things hard. Where I'm from, it's Savannah, the city where slaves made everything happen. The slaves had kids and they had kids and they kids started trapping. The street wars everlasting, but it's still a tourist attraction. That's what's happening. It's Savannah, the city where slaves made everything happen. The slaves had kids and they had kids and they kids started blasting. The street wars everlasting, but it's still a tourist attraction. That's what's happening. It's Savannah. Long live Spain. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers in the air. Baby, we live out the fold. One thing about it, 2 things for sure. 3 things for certain. 9 times out of 9. Church, standing on 10 toes. Soldier in the army of the Lord. Feel the spirit every time I record. Mama ain't let me jump out the porch. I could have bucked, but I love her too much. I teach your son to keep it in order. I teach your daughter, cause I'm big brother. We got big boy, but that ain't enough. Doing fly J, but that ain't enough. For hundreds of years, brother, they owe us. Church.
Yeah.
Woo! You got to do that one again, man. You got to do that one again.
I like that, good brother.
We got to do. Hold on, caller, you're on the air. Caller, you're on the air.
Oh, okay, I called to speak to you, Miss Blakely, about something else. I didn't know you was doing the talk show tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Every Tuesday night.
Oh, okay.
You want me to call you back?
Please.
I will call you back when I get finished. And if I don't call you back, please pick up the phone and call me back.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Bye-bye. Can you do that one more time? Can we do that one more time and let him do it? And I want him to do it from the beginning. All right, sing
Your favorite
with
chapel,
it.
grandma in the front, roar at the church, crying out to God, praying the grandson make it home, knowing that little brother selling them lows. Pray to the Lord that 12 don't catch them. I'm from a city where churches on every little corner and most of the buildings is empty. I'm from a place where church on every Sunday, but most of these little boys stepping. Glocks and switches and Smith and Wesson. He go to school, but don't get a lesson. Teacher be screaming and yelling and stressing. Mr. Hudson only one with a lesson. Little brother kicked in the door, robbed the store, just for a fit and some maxes. This is the time that we own. To each his own. See they go down, it was tragic. 7th grade to kill my brother. Level for dead. It was tragic. 7th grade to kill my brother. Level for dead. They threw his body in traffic. My people fighting for crumbs, settle for less, but we still make it happen. Some people think it's magic, but it's just God that what we provide for our family. My city makes stars, but they leave. Cause this in Atlanta, down by the river and right by the water, the port. But this in Miami, make it out of here, you're gonna leave with some scars. Cause down here things hard. Where I'm from, it's Savannah, the city where slaves made everything happen. The slaves had kids and they had kids and they kids started trapping. The street wars everlasting, but it's still a tourist attraction. That's what's happening. It's Savannah, the city where slaves made everything happen. The slaves had kids and they had kids and they kids started blasting. The street wars everlasting, but it's still a tourist attraction. That's what's happening. It's Savannah. Long live Shaw Span, man. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers in the air. Baby, we live out the four. One thing about it, 2 things for sure, 3 things for certain. 9 times out of 9, church, standing on 10 toes. Soldier in the army of the Lord. Feel the spirit every time I record. Mama ain't let me jump off the porch. I could have bucked, but I love her too much. I teach your son to keep it in order. I teach your daughter, cause I'm big rough. He got big boy, but that ain't enough. Doing 5J, but that ain't enough. For hundreds of years, buddy, oh what? Church.
Facts.
Bam! Bam! Give it in. Don't hit my hand too hard.
I ain't gonna hit it too hard.
Y'all, listen. That is powerful. Please, please tell the people who you are. I'm not going to introduce you. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Oh, that.
First of all, give it honor to God who's there in my life, Yahweh. And I'm thankful for his son. And
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
everybody in their
Hold on.
respectful
Stop.
places.
Stop right there. Caller, you are on the air.
Hello, Miss Blakely. I just want to give a shout out to my son.
Yes. Yes. You ain't heard that, did you?
He came off the porch because he loved his mama.
That's what? Did you hear that, sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just multi-talented. He really is.
Yes.
You know, I write poems, but I can't rap them. I can write them.
I know that's right.
He
I
does it
know
all,
that.
so
Y'all listen. This is the son of the lady on the phone right now, Dr. Tanya Howard Hall, our school board representative. And let me tell y'all this. This is a teacher.
That's
Where
right.
at?
Georgetown K8.
Georgetown K8. Now I'm used to saying Georgetown Elementary.
I know, yeah.
But guess what, y'all? When I tell you an awesome, phenomenal teacher that's teaching, when he said Mr. Hudson, who is Mr. Hudson?
I'm Mr. Hudson.
That's right. And he giving them a lesson. And y'all, he has battles and struggles that he has to deal with from being a black man who is a teacher in our school system. But guess what? He overcome all of them because you can't get rid of the truth. What your name is?
I'm Mr. Church Hudson.
Church
I'm
Hudson.
from Savannah. You know, a lot of people know me as Chance, Lil Chance, Chancellor, Big Slur. A lot of people from the city know me by a lot of different names, but I go by Mr. Church Hudson. And like I said on the song, we made everything happen.
Yes.
A lot of what we was talking about, and I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed listening to you and JP and the Maestro, and y'all are beautiful black people, man. That we need to listen to more. I'm gonna start tuning in more. It's just the same old where we doing everything to keep everything going, but we getting the last, like the crumbs on the
We
bread.
don't even get the crumbs, baby. We so
that.
far at the bottom of the totem pole. You done got the Latinos that come in now, and they done rose above us. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's just sad. It's sad that we settle.
Right.
We settle. But I gave you the history as to why.
Right.
We have the mindset as Black folk in Savannah that we have because the Zulu warriors, they didn't go in and capture them and bring them here. They had a certain type of mentality, a slave mentality that they wanted here.
Right.
And so how can we be the majority and don't get nothing? And you got a group that's a minority, but they're getting everything. And then they're allowing others to come in on top of us. We got to be crazy. We got to be stuck on, you know what, I say this often. We was running down the street. The stupid was running in the opposite direction towards us. And it just jumped on us and they ain't never left. Now envision that. Envision that, okay?
Man, you know what? Miss Blakely is like,
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I come from Zulu, but I know I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord.
That's right.
And I feel like they want to push this agenda for us to be, I ain't gonna say it, but the N-word. You know what I'm saying? They want to push us to be that. That's $1 trillion industry.
Right.
It's to be that. And to not have love in your heart to be a loving man and to marry and to look towards marriage. Right. I come from a past where before I was where I am now, teaching and being stable and strong in the Lord, I was getting around and I was getting down. But you know, I know HO is in house, but that's not what built a house.
Come on now.
Right. And so my message in representing the church and representing Black excellence is like when Martin Luther King and all of these leaders was out doing what they was doing, leading the movement, coming from the church and doing what they doing. These men was organized. They had their wives.
Yes.
And they were standing on business, not just standing on hoism. And I think that while I bring that up in the song about Savannah being a place where we made everything happen, and some people think it's magic the way we still alive and surviving, but it's just God that's keeping us. But we do get penalized the way we do because to whom is given much is required. And we have the magic, we have the spirit,
we are the original.
We got to create, we have it all. So yeah, we're not gonna get away with what everybody else get away with. Like JP was talking about the liquor store having to pay more for their bottles, and everybody else don't have to pay that much, or David's costing $2 more than what the other seafood spots cost. I'm gonna make sure I promote our Black owned businesses, and I'm glad I was here to hear that. But I think that, you know, those organizations, like I was telling the owner at Sisters of the New South, when I was just telling him, you know, giving him his credit, I was saying, like, for you to be able to have a business and to manage a business, that personal life got to be managed well.
Come on now.
We can't even get to the business part until we can manage ourselves. And I think my generation, I've been losing friends since I was in the 6th and 7th grade.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so my generation, I think if we want to really have a say in these legal affairs, these city hall meetings, us to come to the meetings, for us to come to City Hall and be like, you know what, we don't like this millage rate, we don't like what's going on. We have to be organized personally.
Yes.
And be able to organize our household so we can know what's going on. We can't get past us to even know. We don't know nothing. We can't see. It's so much that we deal with mentally. So many of my brothers got PTSD and they on pills, got rods in their leg, and got shot. It's so much that we deal with. So many girls that deal with all kind of different things from what they had to deal with growing up, from molestation, from dealing with what they're dealing with these guys that's been abused. It's just it's just a lot of abuse and a lot of pain.
It's a secular cycle.
It's a cycle going on
where it's a continuous thing. And when you say your age group, what is your age group?
My age group, I would consider my age group to be the early 90s babies, from 90, 91, 80. Well, probably like the late 80s,
early 90s,
all the way like to the mid 90s or so. And then the kids in the late 90s and the early 2000s, it's like, man, they not as, I want to say, they're not as aggressive like we were, because they're not outside.
Come on,
my generation was really the last group to know what a house phone was, to know what a call, to know what a payphone is, to know what it is to go outside. We didn't have social media in high school, and my generation didn't. You know what I'm saying? So we was out more, and we used our hands more. We was kind of like the last little bit of the old school. But after that, it's like, it's something different, man. And they all, the generation now, they more knowledge has increased, I would say. But
they're wiser, but weaker.
Understanding has
decreased. And that's what the Bible says. You will be wiser, but you will be weaker. And the weakness comes in, instead of them using these, right, they use this.
They using that, yeah.
You know, it's something. But that song is so powerful. That's something we need to make sure. Hollis is doing a Brothers Killing Brothers Y event in Fraser Homes on the 27th. I would love for you to come and perform that song. And I'm sure those children, they know who you are, because Georgetown is not the only school that you taught at, is it?
No, I was in alternative schools before.
Yes.
In the 21st century, we went to a lot of different schools. But the crazy part is, before I started teaching, a lot of the kids knew me shooting videos, you know, in Waters and 39th and Fraser, and Kate and Fraser, and just being around with all the videos, you know, with all they rappers, you know. And so when a lot of them saw me walk in the classroom, they was like, "Big bro," you know what I'm saying?
But guess what? That's what we need.
I like that.
That's what we need.
That's how the young
Because
people-
guess what they're gonna say? I saw him
how
videotaping, and now he's my teacher.
Hold on. What? How the little young boy? How they do?
Big bro.
That's how they over now.
That's how they go.
So let me ask you a question. Being that you're an educator, what's your approach to educating the younger people? Because based on what I know, all of the kids are learn. They all kids. None of them learn the same way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How do you cultivate their education and their relationship? I mean, your relationship with them,
Right.
and educate them. What's your approach to it?
You know what? I'm glad you asked me that, because this bunch of kids are so diverse in their own world because of these smartphones and stuff, right?
Mhm.
So you remember when we was in school, we was looking forward to certain TV programs to come on. Everybody were entertaining themselves the same way, essentially,
Mhm.
right? And if you may have your white kids that was into their VH1s and MTVs or whatever, and then what we was into, our BETs and what we was into, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Now with technology and these phones and whatever they can get into, they have their own worlds. And so what I had to do, because I didn't know I didn't even go to school for education, right? So what I had to do was I had to assess them. I had to ask them, what's your favorite songs? What do you like? What do you want to do? You know what I mean? I had to really get to learn all of those kids. So what I did to learn all of them and build a relationship with them, I sit at lunch with all my kids. I eat lunch with them.
Mhm.
I talk to them outside of the classwork to get to know them. Then I know how to
Deal
bait
with
them with
Mhm.
what they like,
Mhm.
and then put the academics on with it. In a sense, I know my kids. The kid. I know mine. You know what I mean? Because I know
Mhm.
their daddies or their cousins or their uncles or their mamas. I kind of can gauge them. But at Georgetown, it's a pretty diverse group, and even some of our own kids. It's like it's as much as I do teach, I learn a whole lot. I learn so much, man. Them kids make me such a better person. And I tell you, one of the greatest things that I ever experienced in my life, to the point where I wanted to cry, was having a child come to you a certain way and not know a whole lot, and then towards the end of the year they coming to you and they talking totally different.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
it's the
Wow.
man. I probably always teach. Some people say, would you be an AP or a principal? I don't think so, man. I gotta
You want to be in the classroom.
I gotta be
touch
with the
children.
kids. Yeah. So
That's all right.
Hands on.
I think it's a
Yes.
quote by Frederick
Direct
Douglass.
like TV.
Exactly. I think it's a quote by Frederick Douglass where he says, easier to repair a child than to fix a broken man.
It's
That's
easier
right.
to build strong boys than to repair broken men.
It's easier to build strong boys than repair broken men.
That's what you got a lot of broken men.
Yes. And when I was in the streets, I was with a lot of broken men that I was trying to shoot their videos and help them paint that, tell them, man, I wanted them to tell their story, man. Give your testimony, articulate yourself. And I used to really push these guys. Like, I really pushed them. Like, I loved them to death, but they were so broken to the point where it's like, I had guys that they can post something today and they'll get hundreds of comments, thousands of likes, but they just caught up into their world and what they've been through. And they just like, man, big bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it together and woo. I'm like, man, put your music out, put your stuff out. So another part of me putting music out and doing what I'm doing, I want to put the pressure on them a little bit too, because a lot of the kids still gonna look up to a lot of the street dudes, that and they are our, like, back in the 70s or in the 60s, Martin Luther King, the preachers was the speakers.
Right.
The rapper is the speaker now.
Nowadays, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the kids ain't going to church.
No, they're not.
They're not going to the church. And the reason they're not going to the church It's because the pastors, and I don't care what nobody say, the pastors ain't doing what they're supposed to do.
Right.
They when they started talking, what is it called? When money. What is it called? When they started
you talking about prosperity preaching.
When they started preaching prosperity, that instead of saving souls, that's when they lost the people, they lost the children. And then when they started, you see them with the big cars and the nice houses and all that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Right. But doggone it, when a person comes to your church that's in dire need, they done been tithing for years. And then they come and say, I need some help with my light bill. And they say, well, I'm sorry, Sister Mary, we can't help
Call the Lord. Right.
Pray about it. Lord will make a way.
When the preacher need, he come to you, right?
Right.
But when you need, he tell you to go to God.
Come on now.
Now I'm gonna show you something. This true real talk now. I'm sitting up there one day, right up there at the car wash in Montgomery and Duffy. So I'm sitting up there talking with a cat, you know what I'm saying? Pastor the church. Say, yeah, the girl short on her rent. This was come out of his mouth now. He said, yeah. He said, she don't know. He want her to steal tithe. He said, she should steal tithe, but she don't know where the money come from. You know what I'm saying? Because she was already short on her rent. You want her to take from the money which she already short and tithe, the tithe, in hopes of, you know what I'm saying, the money coming from somewhere to help get all the rent money. Why you didn't take from the church, get it from the church and help her with her rent?
Come on.
See, let me tell you something.
Come on.
I don't knock nobody for whatever they believe, whatever. You know, I just know what time it is. I know from a little boy, you know, I'm not a Christian, but I did grow up, you know what I'm saying, from a little boy. My mama give me $1 to put in Sunday school. I go to the corner store. I get change because you're not finna get this whole $1. You get a nickel. You know, I'm talking real talk now. You want finna get this whole $1.
Only Maestro.
OG, but OG ain't playing, man.
You want finna get this, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, OG, I had a similar situation happen maybe a couple months ago in church. A lady was short, and the church I attend, Apostle Stella G. Hudson, preaches at Spiritual House of the Lord Incorporation, non-denominational organization, believe that all scriptures are given by the inspiration of God. She got the church together to help this lady out to not only be able to pay what she needed to pay, but have a little extra. Because that lady does tithe, and she's a faithful member. So I think we need more of that. Yes. And less of what you was talking about, OG. And I think, like I was saying in the song, I think, and I could be wrong, but I believe I had a scholar tell me this, that Savannah has more churches per square capita.
They do.
Than anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
We
got 700 churches.
What are we doing? We got to do better, man.
I'm going to tell you what my uncle told me some years ago. He said Jews got 3 synagogues and how many businesses? Black folks got 10,000 churches. 1,000 churches, how many businesses? 10,000 churches, how many businesses?
That's a bar.
And there's only 3 synagogues in the city now.
That's a bar.
That's a bar. You hear JB? That's a bar.
We're going to put it on
a bar.
We're going to put it on the remix. We're going to put it on the remix.
My uncle told me this years ago. Just like he told me. See, I'm telling you what he told me back then.
Right.
He's an ancestor now. You know what I'm saying? And then like he told me this back then. He said faggots and dykes run this country. Fast forward.
Lord have mercy.
Lord Jesus.
Come on now. Do we not see it?
Lord
well, at the end of the day, the end of the day,
I love what he's doing.
Of course,
I love what he's doing. You know what? And when he wanted that. I wish if he could have caught the reaction from that kid, big bro. You know, what that meant for that child. Because guess what? So he gonna reach it.
Now, let me say this right here. At the end of the day, we need more of you
that's what I'm
in
talking
our
about.
School system.
Right. You know what?
Right. Now,
I love it.
We need more of him. He is equivalent to the older Black male teachers that was in the schools when I was in school.
Right.
But there was a system in place to get rid of them. to get rid of. Because y'all, guess what? I remember I had black teachers, males. My history teacher, Mr. Hudson, one of the most, come from a military background. I learned about the sequoia tree. I was so intrigued with this information that this man taught that I named my oldest child Sequoia. Do y'all hear what I'm saying?
Right.
We need those your type of men in those schools to give that history.
He gonna know how to reach them. That's why when he went in there, and guess what? That child, that student might have been whatever it is, right? But to see him.
And see him in the position of authority to say, you a teacher, you my teacher, big bruh. Hold on, big bruh.
You know what? That go.
If you could have caught that reaction and tell you, but you know, the look on his face.
Yeah, he was like,
it
wow.
says it all.
Says it all.
Hold on, caller, you're on the air.
Yes, Alicia, he's not going to toot his own horn, but I think that will ask his mother.
That's right, you better, because I was going to call you back and tell you to toot his horn, honey. Go ahead.
Last year, he had the highest GMAT score game for 6th grade language arts in the entire county.
Come on now, talk black to me. Talk black to me. That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, clap.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
In the entire, all schools, he had the highest game.
Are you serious?
And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to hang up when I say it, but he didn't even know it until I told him.
They didn't even tell him. They didn't even tell you what you did.
You know,
and hold on, let me say this. You mean to tell me the school? I got chills.
And they wasn't going to tell him.
No, they ain't
The
tell him.
school
They wasn't going to tell him.
that he worked for wouldn't even tell
They
him.
wasn't going to tell him.
His mama saw the stats and she told him.
Yeah,
Come on,
that's a
somebody.
true
And
story.
even just then, you was humble enough to not even say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
But go ahead.
But the fact, listen, what if that? And I'm gonna say it like this, you know, and this is whatever I say. This comes from the maestro. Now had he been other, right? You understand what I'm saying? Or it'd have been all over the news.
It would have been all on the news.
It'd have been all over the news.
Social media, everything.
This is what they don't want. This is what they don't want. And in fact, and anybody that's think I sit here and I come across harsh or strong or whatever, which it don't matter to me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm like this. If you don't like it, you'll be all right when the swelling go down.
We know.
You know what I'm saying? So
if you got hit hard,
I feel like Dr. King, it really doesn't matter now.
It really doesn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Say it again.
I'm like Dr. King. It really doesn't matter now.
It really doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter because guess what? It really doesn't matter now.
It don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I mean, it is what it is. If you got to be sleeping under a rock.
Yeah.
If you can't see what is happening, especially to the Black community in this country, when you have the vice president that says, and I think she was on the Breakfast Club, I ain't gonna do nothing specifically for Black people.
She said it. That Kamala Harris said it just like that.
Yeah, she did.
She said it just like that right there.
I ain't gonna do nothing specifically for Black people.
But when she going around this country, all this ski and all that with the tennis shoes, and folks fall for this.
Yeah.
Joe Biden said himself, "You ain't Black if you don't vote for me."
And that's all we get.
I'm voting for the Lord.
There you go. Come on, what you say? Say it again.
Voting for the Lord. I'm with God, man.
Yes.
I'm a love. I'm a love on my
people. You know something, man. And shout out to that too. But I think that, and I'm gonna ask a question as well. But I think that, because they know how hard I go for the youngins, even the ones who. You need to answer. Caller, you're on the air. I want you to hold your thought. You go hard for the youngins, no matter. Go ahead. Caller, you're on the air.
Yes, I heard you made a statement just now that what you're saying that Kamala Harris say that she is not going to do nothing for Black people. We don't have to go as far as the national all the way to DC. But if you can remember, and I hope everybody's seen this video, and this was on City Council. This was about 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago at the most, when Alderman Blakely asked the mayor that, well, I'm not going to vote for this because you didn't include any African Americans. And he said, which is our city, we don't got to go to Kamala Harris. We're talking about our city mayor, which is a black man. And when Alderman Blakely asked him what he gonna, she said, well, I'm not voting for it because you didn't include African Americans, and it's exactly where it was, and you can go back and look at it. He said, that's fine.
He said it.
And Alderman
I saw
said,
it.
I know you say it's fine for you, but it ain't fine for us.
He said it.
And the mayor that you guys voted for said that it was fine that he don't have to include black people getting any money.
He said
It's
it.
not my word. That is his
That's
word.
the facts.
And
That's
you go
true.
back to the next two
I
things.
s-
Isn't this what the mayor told him? It's fine that we don't put nothing in for black folks.
That's right.
And we still voted for him.
He said it.
You
just
make
like that.
make sense. It's on video.
I
He
saw
said
it.
It was fine that black folks didn't get nothing. That's all I want to say.
Just
Thank
like
Thank
the
you,
mayor
Carl.
down, just like the mayor down in Montgomery, Alabama, said, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't know it was recorded, you know what I'm saying, by him not needing black folks. He said it. So they can't keep running that by talking about with Democrats. All of these are Democrat mayors around these cities all across America. Chicago, Houston, New York, Savannah, Montgomery, all these are Democrats now.
Mhm.
All right then.
Come on with it, y'all.
Yeah, but I was saying, like, everybody know how hard I go for the youth, even the ones who thugging
Right.
on the block. And I stay in the hood, like in the
Right.
heart of the hood.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's these kids look for leadership.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I've said it before. I'll say it again. The OG of the neighborhood may be 21 years old, 20.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? 19 years old. This like the kid who all the other kids look up to.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So when somebody like us come around, and when I say us, I mean like relatable. You know what I mean?
Right,
That we
right,
ain't
right,
thugging
right.
like they is,
Right,
we ain't
right.
wilding like they is, but we relatable. We sit down and we can speak their language. They
Yes.
understand what we saying. I go through this a lot with the children that I record. Not children, but young men,
Mhm.
kids, everything that I record in the studio. You know, I told you that I've had moments where they say, you know, I appreciate you for letting me come here because I could have been doing something
Other
crazy.
things.
Anyway,
I
the
could have
point-
been on the
The
block.
point I'm trying to make is that these young kids look for leadership, but they find it in the wrong places.
Right.
Mhm.
So when somebody like church come along in the school, and when they see him on the block, somebody like you,
Mhm.
I don't care how many times, every time somebody see that poster, I don't care how old they is, they know who they know who it is. They may not know you personally, but I seen her in Yamacraw. I seen her in Cloverdale. You outside in the
Yeah.
streets all the time. People see you. We outside. We in the streets all the
Yes.
time. People see us, and then when they come and they see the accomplishments that we done, it make them want to change and
Aspire.
do better.
You know, I told this young man, I
with
was at the arena the other day, and I was talking to him. You know, they were having some issues with him, and I took him to the front of the building, and I said, you know what? You are a leader amongst your friends, amongst your peers. You are a leader. I said, but y'all out here wilding out and doing stuff that you don't need to be doing. I said, come here, let me show you where power is. And I took him to the building and I showed him my name on that building, on the in-market arena building.
Right.
He was like, wow. And then I gave him some good, hard talking to.
Right.
And that young man had, to me, looked like he had tears in his eyes. And he said, I just want to thank you so much for talking to me like this. Obviously, nobody, you know, and I tell people all the time, because you live in the house with somebody, with these young people ain't gonna pay you no attention because you live in the house with, but you got to get outside of the house. You got to get people from outside. Just me grabbing him and hugging him tight. That boy said, thank you so much. That's what we need.
That's why I say when they say, see, and you got to be careful about the village. When they say it takes a village, But what if the village is ignorant?
I just
Another bar.
seen somebody say that.
Another bar.
Yeah.
What if the he said another bar?
Yeah.
See, that's why
You getting the whole song now.
Yeah.
Yes.
you know, and see, you speak life into them.
Yes.
See, you speaking life into them.
Yeah.
It takes that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It take love, man.
Ignorance,
you know what I mean?
ignorance. It's a $1 billion. It's $1 billion business now.
Of course it is.
You know, man. Listen, even when
Multi-billion.
I remember when I came home from prison, right? My little brother was wild, and when I tell you wild, I mean gunslinger wild, like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So me being the tough guy out of prison, I'm big. You know, I'm thinking I could intimidate my little brother into being a good person. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I walk up on him. I tell him, "Hey, I ain't gonna say what I said, but you know,
right.
I'm cussing
we know
at
what
him.
You say.
I'm snapping on him, and I'm like, boy, you need to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know, I can't even say how hard I was going on him,
Right.
but I'm doing it like from an intimidation standpoint.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to scare him. You know what I mean? And the first thing he tell me is, man, I don't want to hear that S. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out my face, blah, blah, blah. I get mad. I grab him. You know, we get to tussling a little bit. I slam him on the floor, and I talk mad trash to him. I get up. He even more angry. He want to fight. He want to kill. He want to grab his pistol. He want to hurt me real bad. You know what I mean? And then but that's the approach that most people take.
Exactly. Instead of taking a humbling and a loving approach.
But here's the thing, right? So after that happened, my brother cooled down, and I realized that I was wrong for the way that I even stepped to him. You feel me? I know what kind of kid he is. I didn't come at him with love. I came at him with anger. I came at him with intimidation, with resentment. You feel what I'm saying? And he didn't like that. But when me and him sat down and we talked, and then I came to him, I said, bro, I'm sorry for what happened. But I love you, and I don't want to see you go down this road that you going down. And granted, we had our ups and downs with him in the system and wilding, but you know, this day and age, me and him close, and he completely turned his life around. I like to think that I had something to do with that. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to teaching these kids, here's another question for you, Church. If you got a classroom full of students and everybody it's diverse and you got all these different attitudes and you know the kids, how do you collectively get them to understand what you teaching when everybody learn differently, everybody diverse, everybody got different, levels of understanding, right?
Yeah, because you have some kids that have IEPs. Some kids, well, legally, they don't have. I know when I was in school, they had rooms just for kids that was quote unquote special.
Yeah,
you can't do that. You can't do that anymore. So inclusion mandates that all kids are in the same room.
Oh, they don't separate them.
They don't separate them.
No. When we were in school,
as a matter of fact, I used to teach at Bartlett Middle School. And I had the special needs students.
Right. That's where I went. It was like that at Bartlett when I went. It was a room. They know when you walk past that room, it's like, oh, them the crazy one. They don't do that.
Them the special ed.
And they also have the ESOL, like the kids that English isn't their first language. They in there too. So to answer your question, what I had to do is I came up with rotation stations, and I grouped the kids by their learning modality, what they learn, like the way that they learn. Some kids can talk really good. Some kids they're artists. They can draw. Some kids may not be able to speak or draw, but they're athletic. So you get them moving, and they'll be engaged enough to at least allow you to pour into them. And I just had them rotate. I grouped them together based on how they learn and where their reading levels are and whatnot. Because I teach English and language arts, so I see them together. I'm not gonna have a kid would be special needs sitting with straight A students.
No,
because when I go to that section to give them a mini lesson after I model what we going over, because I go to each section and give them a mini lesson. I would be slowing them down. I would be slowing the kids that making straight A's down while I'm trying to teach the kid that's behind. So I can meet them where they are at their station, and I can have them rotate and do different things. So like that helps. And what the school system does have in place that helps too is the software they use, like iReady.
Oh yeah, my kids use that. When
they log in, the curriculum is to where they are. So they while they're doing the quizzes and exams, you can look at I can look on my computer and I can see what they're struggling with, and then I can assign them quizzes and different things to remediate some things. So that's and what you just asked me is one of the number one struggles that teachers have. So I'm a work in progress with that, because while I feel like I'm effective somewhat, I know I have a long way to go in being more effective with that. So
hold on. Wait a minute. Let me say this.
Your patience, right?
Let me say this.
Gotta be
no.
patient.
Let me say this. For you to have the highest score for the 6th graders
right
in the whole region, man, you doing something right.
No, but that's what I said earlier.
Something
I
phenomenal.
His
He's
patience,
doing something that ain't no other teacher has done, because he had the highest. So in order for other teachers to be doing it, they got to get on the same level with him.
Well, you know, most, and this this is just my opinion. Most teachers don't have that
relationship.
That the relationship with the streets,
don't have that,
and have the
big bro,
and have the
mentality.
You know,
once again,
and bring them both together and able to do that. That's not something everybody could do.
And once again, the brother's patience. See his patience and his understanding. See, let me tell you. And that's why I said, and if that's what had it been other, right? And I'm gonna say this, and once again, and when I do say this, you don't, brother. Look at this ain't nothing. So nothing
right.
reflecting you. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But when it come to ours,
right?
Because I know they don't have that when it come to ours. We know they don't have that. See, now you know what I'm saying, and his patience. And unfortunately, he's patient with all. That's the beautiful thing.
Right, you can look at him and tell
he's patient with all students. I know this. You know what I'm saying?
Caller, you're on the air.
Yes, one point that y'all miss about what most teacher doesn't have. And with that young man, I would like for him to do another song. I don't know if y'all have time for that. I would love him to come and perform at my event. But most teacher does not have Tanya Howard Hall as their mother.
Yeah,
I know that's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know that's right.
You know
Yes,
for real.
sir. Yes, sir.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. I'm sitting there looking at you, and you look just like your mama.
That's right.
But
Just like your mama.
You know what? When I first met, when we first met, right?
Yeah.
And me and him talk. And we talk, you know what I'm saying? See, that's why I always say, you don't run from real, we come to real. See, and a lot of people out here, they run from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why phony is the new real. You know? And look here, and when he got out, I saw him, you saw the reaction, you know what I'm saying? Because it was right off me. I mean, we talked head up, right off,
yeah, we did.
And then when he told me who his mama was,
you already know.
Yeah,
you already like he said. Most teachers ain't got Dr. Tanya Howard Hall as their mama.
Right.
You know.
Bam.
But we need more teachers. We need more brothers like him in the system, school system.
Definitely.
But you know what?
For our babies, though, real talk.
Right. And you know what? I appreciate, like, even though, you know, the streets probably not like, you know, we came up, you know, you said it earlier that we came up in the era when everybody was outside, you know, and I appreciate that. I'm happy that I was able to grow up and relate to that, so that now when I speak to the children, you know, I can kind of give them that aspect of growing up and the intelligent. Because, you know, me, when I learned everything I learned as far as book smarts in prison. When I was coming up as a kid, I was a terrible student. I was wilding, you know what I'm saying? When I went to prison, I was 17 years old. You know what I mean? I just turned 17, 30 days. I turned 17 November 1st. November 30th, I started a 7.5 year bid. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
so
JP.
I learned everything that I learned as far as book smarts is concerned.
You learned
in the chain gang, you know what I'm saying? And then when I came home, I was able to apply it. So now, you know, when you 25 or 24 and you coming home from you was, you know, pretty much 16 when you went in, you still kind of like 16 when you get home.
Yeah.
So now I'm like a kid. I'm out in the hood with the kids. I'm 24, but I'm out in the hood with the 16, 17-year-olds because that's what I left. And that's all I remember. But my level of intelligence was heightened. So now all of the younger ones is gravitating towards me because I got the street smarts and now I got the book smarts. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same way. I'm kind of getting that feel from you when you talk about being around the kids. They can see that. They can feel that. Look at the man. Look at him right now.
Yes.
The man look like he's about to perform at
like he a rapper.
You feel what I'm saying?
You know what? If left up, excuse for cutting you off, and I'm gonna say this here, you know, it left up to some of the if they could tell him how to dress or how to come to work, they probably do that. But hey, I'm just
they look. Ain't they tried to tell you how to wear your hair and how to dress? And
we ain't gonna put it out, but so far so good.
All right.
Okay. So far so good.
They
Now
I
will say I tried to apply for like an upward bound program, and it was like, "What's up with your glasses?" You know, I work in LED screens all the time, so I gotta have a tint on my glasses,
right?
Or my vision by the time I'm 50, my vision would be terrible because I look at lights all day long,
right?
Doing what I do. So.
And those are glasses. Those aren't just.
You know what's funny?
Yeah. Those are glasses. Those aren't just for show or whatever. That's
let me say
you need them to see.
You know what's funny? These folks can come, even in the school system, and push an agenda.
Right.
But your glasses is a problem.
Right.
Huh?
They can.
Now wait a minute. Now that was Upward Bound.
That was Upward Bound.
Upward Bound is the program.
The lady was like, "No, like I told her what my mom announced about my data and everything, and she just was like, but why you look like that? Like,
see, that's the problem.
Even
was she black or white?
Black.
Yeah,
she was black.
A black woman asked this man who got the highest score on 6th grade reading increases. Why your glasses?
I'll tell you this: at my school and most schools, the teachers are majority women and majority. Well, I know at my school they're majority white women, and so when they deal with the children that look like me, that may not be having the best day or whatever, they may not be able to manage that child for whatever the reason, they send them to me, and we have like Bible study. I don't want to call it Bible study because it's really not, but we have like Inspiration Monday, Inspiration Wednesdays. We would come in, and these teachers be stressed out. Like, I don't know what to do with some. Then they name the names, and it'd be black boys. Yeah. And I had to tell them,
like I said earlier,
I had to tell them.
Let them finish.
I had to tell them. I made sure I said this. I say, listen, I know you may not be used to experiencing what you may deal with in this child. But I said, let me tell you about Mr. Hudson. I'd have had white boys and other ethnicities give me a hard time. But when I see him, I look at him like he my son.
Come on.
I look at him like he one of mine, like she one of mine. So when you had this black boy, don't look at him like he a black boy.
That's right.
How would you treat yours?
That's right.
You know, and get deeper than what he's acting out, because it's deeper than that.
That's
you know what I mean? But I say, hey, all else fails, just send them to me. And they start laughing because they be struggling. They struggle. They struggle. They struggle.
See, and when it comes to our kids, we learn differently.
They do. They do.
But you teaching them with reading And I always say, reading enhances the mind.
That's right.
Like traveling abroad in your horizon. Smart man can play dumb, but a dumb man can't play smart.
Come on.
Yes, it is.
Come on.
Once again, it's brothers like you
That we need.
Because
we're gonna continue.
It's the last thing I
pray
say.
for you.
It's the last thing I say to JP's point, right? When I was growing up, for some reason, my friends, right, they would come to my mama's spot. Mama, we might not have been in no mansion, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my mama had that apartment, whatever we was living at, nice, right? My mama got style.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, now I'm not knowing, I don't know how good I got it, right? But at the time, they would come to my spot because we had all the ramen noodles, we had the Roger Wood sausages, we had the nice bread, had all the drink.
Go ahead, the Captain John bread.
Had the Captain
The
John
yellow bread.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Did you boil your sausage? Did you fry your sausage?
Both.
You did. And look here, and put it on that bread. Let me ask you this. Did you use ketchup or mustard or both?
I use both. Hey, let me tell you something. Now, rewind, right? They'll come by, and I'm thinking, I got all like, man, chance, but y'all keep juicing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep this, that, right? Man, I'll go back to my partner spot on the floor. I'm talking about he don't have no bed. And when they come in my mama's apartment, they looking around like, and I'm like,
always want to come to your house, huh?
Right? I'm like, mama. And it made me realize growing up early that, man, like, I got it all right. But a lot of my boys, and when I got to high school, a lot of them boys went up the road, and some passed away early, and it really hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of that was a constant thing. So like as a teacher, being able to go back to because middle school, it seemed like middle school was the beginning of an end.
Yes.
For a lot of my people, like a lot of my friends. So me going back to middle school and teaching, I get to relive that and be able to be like somebody from the future telling them what it would be like. So take care of this and take care of that. And it's therapy. It really is therapy, man.
When you think, and when you look back, you say, you know what? If I was hungry, I could have gone and fixed something to eat, but it wasn't never that, hey, ain't nothing to eat. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And you can say, your mama might tell you, you better go in and fix you something to eat.
Right.
But, you look, kids I grew up with,
it
wasn't like that.
And now you see, that's why they always want to come over to my house. It's look here, and not only that, can I spend the night?
Can I spend the night? That's the number one question. Man, can I spend the night?
They don't want to go back to that.
Hey, mama, I don't know what your mama said, but look at you. Hey,
but she would not let me go over there. I'm like, right. Why I can't? I never understood.
Right.
Well, that's how it was in my house.
Right.
They could all come to my house, but my kids could not go and spend the night. I ain't play that.
Yeah, you ain't going over there.
No.
Right.
See?
What were you about to say, JP? And y'all, guess what? Now, I said we was going to be strong, but we wasn't going to be long. But this is let y'all know, when the conversation is good and it's this powerful, guess what? Y'all know it's almost 10 o'clock.
Let me say this one more thing.
Maestro.
I didn't understand that.
What?
Your phone says she didn't understand that.
She didn't understand that.
Where this come from?
That's funny right there.
But you know what? I was checking something out, and the brother was saying, and he took his daughter to school, and her friends, it's like, you got a daddy, your daddy home. She didn't see it like that. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, their mom either had different boyfriends all the time, or just one no man in the house. Period. And this is a reference. I told my daughter this one day. I said, baby, she called me, hey, daddy, you bring me something such. I say, baby, your friends see that. You know what I'm saying? And you don't give it one thought. All you know is, hey, call my daddy.
My daddy to bring me something.
Daddy, bring me something. Whatever it is, right? I said, they look at that there, you know, because one of the little girls, you know what I'm saying, I told her, I said, if I'd have known, I'd have brought her some too. And her friend said, you know, but no, you don't have to, you have to tell your dad to go back, you know what I'm saying? But I would have, but, and this is a reference, you never knew what that was like growing up.
No.
You never knew what that was like. She didn't know what that was like. If you know what I'm saying? See, the blessing, the blessing and everything, you understand?
Right.
But when you look back, huh?
Hey,
When you look back.
And you know, my final thoughts on all of this too is it's a word, empathy, that I think that we need to have.
Yes.
And it's for our kids, because like, you know, I tell my daughter all the time, my daughter is like how you was when you was, I was one of them kids who was broke, slept on the floor.
Right.
10 of us, we wild, and we figured it out how to get it, how we live. You know what I'm saying? And I never want my kids to go through that.
Right.
And thus far, God willing, they haven't been through that. But I do teach them empathy. You feel what I'm saying? Which is to put your feet in the next kid's shoes, because I run into kids that go that's wilding out, that's in the streets doing things they ain't supposed to do. But my empathy allows me to wonder, like, what is this kid going through? Exactly. Like I remember she was telling me about a guy who beat up his girl, right? And it's no excuse for what he did. I don't condone what he did, but it's a reason why mentally. You feel what I'm saying? Something that he could have went through. You feel what I'm saying? Something that happened in his household when he was younger. Maybe he was getting beat, and we don't know. Sometimes we just gotta have empathy enough to question why people do some of the things that they do. You know, and then work towards a way to try to help them deal with it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't think that we have enough of that. The same thing happens when I talked about our Black businesses. We don't have enough empathy to know what people go through.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like people come here and they think just because, you know, I got a studio that I'm Universal Records and I got, you know, $80,000 in the I bust my behind every day. I struggle for this. You know what I mean? And people don't understand. People don't have the empathy. Us as Black people gotta have empathy for each other. We got to support and love each other. We got to support and love our children. You feel what I'm saying? It blows me. That's the reason why I was so blowed about when I cannot stand to hear Black people talking down on other black people. I hate it. You know what I mean? I get sometimes people need to be called out. That's another story. You feel me? We get that.
We gonna call them out.
We gonna call them out.
We gonna call them out. Exactly. Just not tonight.
Some people deserve.
But the time is gonna come when we call them out.
I cannot stand.
That's right.
Yeah, I cannot stand for us to like. All I want to do is see us win, bro.
That's right.
If you got a studio, it's 10, 12 other studios. Do you know I got personal relationships with each and every person who do what I do? And there's no beef. We all get money. We all have our way. Imagine if we was to pool our resources together. And buy something, and we could do some incredible things. Right. But because we don't have empathy, because we don't respect each other, because we don't love each other, you feel what I'm saying? This is we got to figure it out or because we scared. That's the word. You feel what I'm saying?
That's the word, JP.
We don't do it, and it's disheartening. Let me say this right here. I wish that that would change.
Let me say this right here. Can you imagine? And y'all, when I say this, we gonna end because we're supposed to. And
we gotta run that.
We're gonna run that song one more time. Can you imagine what would happen in Savannah, Georgia, if all Black people just said, one day we're going to support only Black-owned businesses. And that's not taken from no other business, no white business, no Indian business, no Latino business, none of that. If we say one day out the week, we're going to just support Black-owned restaurants, Black-owned stores. How many Black-owned convenience stores do we have in Savannah? We have Shepherd's. I know that one. What's the other ones? Are there any other ones? We go to Shepherds for gas. We go to Shepherds for whatever we need as a convenience store owner. You know, we just go to a black-owned restaurant. We don't go to McDonald's or Popeyes or none of that. We go to all black-owned establishments.
We ain't got to make no excuses about what we when it comes to us. So guess what?
No, we're not making an excuse. What I'm saying is, let me finish.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, we support just black-owned businesses one day out of the week. What day we going to support black-owned businesses?
I'm with you. You're right on that.
Huh?
Tuesday. I'm supporting every day.
Every day, but I'm talking collectively as a race of people in Savannah, Georgia. Let Savannah be the catalyst to say we're going to promote black-owned businesses.
Right.
Every single Tuesday.
How about we just support black-owned businesses, period? Even if we're not
I
here.
see what she's saying, though.
But no, because this way we live here. And I get what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, we don't want you supporting no other business on Tuesday. We don't want you supporting no other business except black-owned businesses on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. All black people. And that's not segregating and separating and none of that kind of stuff, because, you know, white folk have a tendency to say, oh, why you want to separate us? Why you want to divide us? It's no division. It's no separate. It's just supporting.
Who cares?
It's us supporting our own.
Right.
Who cares?
Because we have not been supported.
Right.
So now every Tuesday, let's support our own.
Who cares what them Yakuts say?
Stop.
Every
Tuesday.
Listen,
not
do you
tonight.
know
We ain't gonna do that.
Do you know, and I don't know the exact numbers. You know, I'm not no statistics person like that. But what I do know is that if we just one day out of the month just spent with nothing but ourselves, we'll damn near cripple the economy.
Not one day out the month, one day out the week. Yeah, we got to do this every week.
No. I'm not saying. What I mean is, like, I don't.
You talk about across the United States.
I don't know the statistics, but what I do know is that I think they say the Jewish dollar circulates.
Yes, in their community.
Maybe 10 times. I don't know the numbers.
30 times.
Yeah,
before
it go out of
the Jewish dollar circulates 30 times. The Indian dollar circulates 25 times. Mm-hmm. It just goes down to
ours doesn't circulate at all.
It stays in 30 minutes and then it's gone.
Right. Why we always got to make excuses because of what somebody else thinks? And I'm gonna say this here. I don't give a damn what what white folks or any other ethnicity think when it comes to us. I don't give a damn what they think. Because guess what? Don't nobody and I'm saying
me and you done had this conversation today. We live in a country that is dealt with by systems.
Let me finish. Because guess what? We always got to say, you know, what other folks. Don't nobody care how we feel, what we think, or how we see it. And then,
wait a minute. Who said what they said? Or do we care about what they say? I don't care what they think. What I'm saying is we need to do this for us.
No, I understand. No, we're on the same page. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
What I'm talking about.
Because you said you don't care. That's based on the conversation.
When it comes to us about spending with us. You know, about what people
think.
Right.
I don't care what they think either.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Don't nobody care, but I'm saying but hold on, let me tell you something. Let me tell you who do care.
Who?
You want to know who do care? You got some black folk out there that say, oh my God, I can't believe they saying this. I can't believe they talking like this. Oh, there's some good white folk out here, and we shouldn't do that, and we shouldn't say that. So what I'm saying is this. What Malcolm is said. Black folk in Savannah, Georgia, every Tuesday, we just support black-owned business.
Right.
It's not that I care about what nobody say. I could care less. But I'm talking to my people.
Hey, so hold on. Let me read this one time. Gotta read Stancil.
Oh, Stancil on here.
Shout out Stancil. Okay, he says why this matters. Economic security is the cornerstone of safe and equitable communities. Due to long-standing socioeconomic racism, Black communities face inhibiting economic barriers. Trillions of dollars a year are invested into correctional institutions, programming, and services intended to end recidivism.
Yeah,
I know what that is.
Recidivism. That means you keep going back through that process.
And provide the peripheral support for undeserved communities, which more times than not are predominantly communities of color. Many of these solutions are only band-aids on bullet holes. I'm guessing that's what he was saying because it cut off right there.
Everybody else spent, look here, the Indians spend with the Indians, the Asians spend with the Asians, the Arabs spend with the Arabs. Nobody spend with us.
That's right. So we have to spend with us.
Right.
That's why I'm saying every Tuesday. You ain't know you was coming to a conversation like this, did you?
I love it. This is my kind of conversation.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Y'all listen on everything I know and God love.
And let me say this church, because you sound like Don Magic One.
Bishop,
huh? How you say it? Church, Don Magic One. I would say, but no, look here. Now, on this village here, we can get heated at time. But guess what? But one thing about us three, we're heavy DC. We got none but love for you, huh?
I know that's right.
That's right.
But that's the problem. People
pull that up what Stancil just said about the dollar and the circulation.
Yeah.
But this right here?
I'm gonna bring the cameras out.
It don't stay in the Black neighborhood. A couple of hours.
A dollar circulates
6
28
hours.
days in the Asian community, 19 days in the Jewish community, 17 days in the white community, and 6 hours in the Black community.
That's it. Y'all
I want us to look good. I want us to compete. You know, I'm really at the core. I'm really an athlete, man. When I go out that door, I swear I'm looking through a helmet. I want us to compete, man. I want us to think.
Win.
Yeah, like, you know, like I feel like we don't have to be the hole in the wall.
No.
You know, and I know they raise rent on us.
Y'all listen.
I know they raised the rent. I know what when you all was talking about how they keep raising rent on us and different things. Like, man, if we just get tight on our dollar enough, that's what I'm working on, being very frugal with the things that I need to be frugal for and investing in what I need to invest, to the point where it's like we just the best out. You know, we put in the best. Our
you know
facilities
what?
looking
Yes,
good.
we are. Let me tell y'all, in Chicago, when I went to Chicago, y'all, Black people
doing it,
millionaires. I had the opportunity to sit with 25, 30, 35-year-old Black millionaires. I'm talking, you walk into their businesses, top of the line, top
That's what
notch.
I want. I want that for Savannah.
Do you hear what I'm saying? They moving and shaking. All we see coming out of Chicago is the negative.
Right.
We see the violence. We see maybe a certain section. You never see how good these Black people got it in Chicago. I had the opportunity to sit with them. The warehouses, they owning warehouses. They're owning pilot schools. Young Black female flew the plane from doggone Chicago to Atlanta. Her name was Adriana. Y'all, when I tell you, this young lady, this is the kind of stuff that I saw that made me so proud. On the airlines itself, our whole team was African American. The whole the stewardess and what have
and this was an airline.
You won't
Delta.
See you won't see this on the mainstream media. That's why it's important for the new Black media podcasts like this right here.
Right.
See, mainstream media will never show you. All you get from mainstream media is lies and propaganda. That's all you get.
Let me show y'all this young lady. Which here she go right here. That's who flew the plane. This young lady right here is who flew the plane.
Yeah.
Okay. And I had the opportunity. I got this picture because I saw her going down.
She's a captain?
Yeah, she was the pilot.
Yeah.
I saw her going down the airport, and I said, "That's a pilot, young girl." I said, "Baby, you got to get a picture with me."
That's right.
And I'm sitting there waiting on them to load up the plane, and I be darned, she the pilot flying the plane. And baby, when I say got us there smooth and landed, I was like, "Girl, you better do it. Give me your props." And then I even got her. They have what they call pilot cards. I ain't know nothing about it. Little white girl walked up to her and she said, "Can I get one of your pilot cards?" I said, "Well, I don't know what that is, but I want one too."
That's
So
right.
she gave them to me as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just Black people in Savannah, and I'm going to end on this note. Black people in Savannah. Oh, Tina Annie Laurie said, "I don't mind spending with Black business, but what I experienced today may be my heart." And probably she was saying,
made her heart drop.
Made
She
my
said
heart
it
drop.
made her not want to go
And
there
I
again.
said, "I won't be back to that business." But that's just that one business. And you know what, Tina? I'm going to say this right here. Maybe if you'd have went to the owner of the business and explained the service that you got and what it was about that business you didn't like, I'm going to say this. Give the owners of the business an opportunity to correct the problem. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Bishop.
Hey.
Hey, I know y'all get ready to go, but I wanted to say this. I understand what y'all mean by patronizing our Black businesses, but I had a bad experience today. I rode all the way from the south side to another side of town to get something. I went to this Black business, standing up in there in a little tight area. They didn't have no air. It was hot as hell in there. They had ceiling fans, and the parking was kind of off bad. And you know, me standing there for like about 20 minutes, and the young lady came out and said, "They ran out of everything, come back 4 o'clock. I was like, "No, I told my family, let's go. I won't be back." You know.
But guess what? You know why they ran out of everything? Because what they had was good.
Yeah,
they ran out and they had to come back and go back and redo some more. Don't give up on them.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't give up on them. I'm thinking somebody might have, said something you didn't like or just treated you, in a unkind way. But if they had ceiling fans, that's probably because the rent's so doggone high, they can't afford to pay for the air.
Right, and that's what.
And then it was hot. I had my granddaughter with me, my son. It
right.
was hot. Yet standing up in there, it's crowded.
But see, and that's what I mean by
right. But that's why we can't give up on them. I know, but listen, you can't give up on them. We got to help them. Now, if they need their air fixed, then my grandson, HVAC. If they need their plumbing,
I know that's right.
my husband, Hollis.
You as a customer, maybe can help them because you know somebody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So don't give up on
McDonald's and all the places get folks order wrong all the time, and they still go back.
That's true.
And then here's another thing, right?
That's a fact.
Hold on.
Kind of Black woman. I don't never go back. If it ain't right, I ain't coming back.
Right.
That's right. Who it is and what color they is. I'm not gonna go back because I'm spending money.
Right. But no, what I'm saying is just give them a chance. If they ran out of food, then you know what I'm saying.
And then here's
just
another
give
thing.
them a chance.
Like I said, this go right back to empathy, though, right? You like, I've been in it. Like I said, I've been in these situations where the air goes out in the studio. I can't afford to pay nobody back because the system won't give me no money to do so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now I got fans up in the studio and people is complaining, and I'm like, I can't shut down the business because I needed to keep going.
Mhm.
And being that I got to keep going and it's still hot in here, people complaining and they mad at me, and I don't know what to do because if I just shut it down, I don't make no money. So it's like, you know, you never know.
You're darn if you do, you're darn if you don't.
You never know like what. Now, if they just being rude and they being disrespectful and stuff like that, but you just never know.
Thank you so much. Don't give up on them.
Just ask them like, hey, you know, hey, y'all air out. What's wrong? Is it a problem that do y'all need somebody to fix it?
Because I think the day was their first grand opening. I think that's what it was.
Right.
Okay.
And that's another thing. They might not even know how to run the business properly yet. You know, so you know, I've been through all that as a business owner. So you know, it's just for me.
But you know what? I applaud you, and the reason I applaud you is because at least you was honest, and at least you did listen to what we're saying, and that's where it starts. This is where it begins. Because think about it: had she not mentioned it, had she not said nothing, she never would have went back. Because she said it and she heard what we're saying, now she gonna give them a second chance.
And this was the grand opening.
Now they don't get no more now, Auntie. They don't get no more.
When it was on Bull Street, that's was my number one place. I would always go there.
Oh,
right. Oh,
Tina and Laura.
Yeah,
we gotta get up out of here.
Tina and Laura.
Yeah, we got you.
Don't be like that, darling.
Nah, your name already up there.
Tina and Laura, don't be like that, darling.
Thank you. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
The Spirit of God said, "Go back again."
Yes, she going back. She already said she going back.
I'm just gonna give her some time to get things straightened out.
Yes. Y'all listen. I want to thank y'all so much. I would especially want to thank our guests. Can we hear that song one more time? Can you rap it one more time? Because what my eyes see,
we'll play that though. We'll play
what my eyes see and my ears hear determine what comes out of this mouth, babies. We are no longer raising hell. We are raising awareness. And with that being said, I love y'all. Wakanda forever. God bless y'all. Peace out.
Church crying out to God, praying the grandson make it home, knowing that little brother selling them loaves. Pray to the Lord that 12 don't catch them. I'm from a city where churches on every little corner, but most of the buildings is empty. I'm from a place with church on every Sunday, but most of these little boys stepping. Glocks and switches and Smith and Wesson. He go to school, but don't get a lesson. Mr. Screaming and yelling and stressing. Mr. Hudson only one with a lesson. Little brother kicked in the door, robbed the stove, just for a fit and some maxes. This is the time that we own. To each his own. Seeing it go down, it was tragic. 7 years to kill my brother, left for dead. They threw his body in traffic. My people fighting for crumbs, settle for less, but we still make it happen. Some people think that it's magic, but we still make it happen. Some people think it's magic, but it's just God. The way we provide for our family. My city makes stars when they leave. Cause this in Atlanta, down by the river and right by the water, the port. And this in Miami, make it out of here, you gon' leave with some scars. Cause down here things hard. Where I'm from, it's Savannah, the city with slaves, let everything happen. The slaves had kids and they had kids and they kids start trapping. The street boys everlasting, but it's still the tourist attraction. That's what's happening. In Savannah, the city with slaves, let everything happen. The slaves had kids and they had kids and they kids start blasting. The street boys everlasting. You can cut it off. The street boys everlasting, but it's still a tourist attraction. That's what's happening. In Savannah, long live span. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers in the air. Baby, we slid out the 4. One thing about it, 2 things for sure. 3 things about it, 9 times out of 9. Church, standing on 10 toes. Soldier in the army of the Lord. Feel the spirit every time I record. Mama ain't let me jump out the porch. I could have bucked, but I love her too much. I teach your son to keep it in order. I teach your daughter because I'm big brother. We got big boy, but that ain't enough. Blowing fly J, but that ain't enough. For hundreds of years, bro, they owe us. Church.
Yeah.
Church.
Hey, with that, man, we out, man.
Peace out, y'all.
He said, I could have bucked, but I love her too much.
That's right.
That's
He love his mama.
That's
You ain't going on that corner. Your cousin selling crack on that corner.
No.
You staying right out here. I ain't no cousin.